Hey folks, how's it going? Bob, good to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. Hope you're having a good Friday. So tonight should be fun. I've actually got made it most of the way through most of the goals that I've set recently, getting ready for the next season of Fallout, setting up so that I can basically grind through the board faster. Which I'm not sure if that's a great goal in itself or not, but anyway, so tonight, let's see, you've got some stuff to show off in terms of modifications to the build. There's one more change I need to make that I almost made off stream, but I thought it'd be better to do it on stream. We'll try it out together and see how it works. And then I made some progress on the dance club thing, which if you haven't seen any of the other streams, might sound a little weird, but I'll show you what that is. So, and sorry I missed your last stream. That's okay. This is kind of a casual thing, like, you know, I like to try to stream at least once a week. But it's just all in good fun. If you like hanging out, chatting, that's cool. If you can't make it a week, that's also cool. I get it. Glad to have you here. All right, so let's go ahead and head on in. And this is actually just in one of my shelters. I'll be showing off more of this later. We're not ready to show off everything here, but just to kind of give a little sneak peek. There's actually a lot of work that has to be done for this particular shelter, and I'll just kind of drop this as a what do you mean by that. A lot of stuff that has to go on outside the game, actually. So, but I'm starting to get that prep set up too. So let's go ahead and head on out. So yeah, I've been running a low health build for the first time, and it's been going mostly okay. Kind of like I expected, I die a lot more often. But it's having the right effect. Like, I am getting a lot more experience. And it's all around. They have really structured this game so that if you want to max out, like, let's see, I want to make a character who's just really powerful with a certain kind of gun. Oh yeah, low health build. No, I want to make a character who just gets as much experience as possible, even if I have to work a little bit for it, you know. Oh yeah, no, low health build. Tank? Yep, low health build. Because you actually get, like, defense bonuses for that too. Honestly, I don't actually think the bloodied build or the low health build would be great for a tank. I don't even follow, I don't play along those particular lines, you know what I mean? Like the sort of standard roles in games, so that I'm just making a little bit of an absurdist remark. But essentially what I'm saying is true. They stacked so many benefits exclusively on low health builds between, not that, let's go in here. Looking at the armor, like I've got the complete set of unyielding, so I've got now, if you look at my stats, a bunch of them are just kind of off the charts. 29 strength, 25 perception, endurance isn't affected by unyielding armor, so it's still really low. Charisma, I'm gorgeous, I'm brilliant, all the things we want to be in real life, right? I'm lucky, like all of this primarily from that suit of armor combined with low health. But I'm sticking with it. It's like, I don't like it. I think it's a bad game design, but it's how it is. And I do enjoy other aspects of the game, so we're going to go ahead and do it. So let's take a look at some of the other things that went on. First of all, actually, that's not what I meant. We'll go over to aid. You notice that there are like 61 berry mentats. That's not even all of them I had. I've gotten a routine down so that the chems that I use commonly, I've got a huge backstash of things. Every day, collect just a few, and it's working out really, really well. That's kind of a minor thing. Let's go back and look at this. We've got 3 mutations now. So herbivore is the first one. Eat veggies but not meat, no disease benefit. Yeah, anyway, so you get 2 times benefits on health on vegetable related things. Well, all the cranberry things, you know, the cranberry things and the brain things. So The brain fungus soup, I get twice the benefit. The brain bombs, I get twice the benefit. Cranberry relish, twice the benefit. You get it. Like, I can drive my intelligence up way over 50 if I really want to. Takes a little doing. There's a lot of ingredients together to make all the stuff, and I'm kind of slowly... There's some of the ingredients you can get that don't perish. They don't go bad. So you get a back stash of those. You store up as many as you can. And then now and then you go and collect the few things that are perishable, and you make only as much as you need for what you're about to do. I made the mistake the first couple times of like making a bunch of them and then wasting a ton of them because I had to go through them too quick, because naturally they spoil. But anyway, so there's the first one. Egghead, I hadn't really thought of. I'd gone in to get which one was it? Herd mentality, which I'd heard that, oh yeah, you're on a herd mentality. Anyway, when you're on a team, you get all these benefits. Well, it's not when you're on a team. It's when you're on the team and you're in close physical proximity to one another, then it does, it's kind of like the unyielding armor. It boosts most or all of your stats again. But I play solo, like, all the time. I do not typically go into any events with teams or whatever. That's why there are two reasons I join casual teams all the time. One is for the intelligence bonus, more experience. The other is because it's casual. I don't, like I said, I typically like to play alone. It's just the way I like to play. So the last one, I think this is going to be it for right now. I don't think I'm going to pursue any of the others. Adrenal reaction. So max hit points minus 50, but you get more weapon damage at low, again, yet another low health bonus. But when you are below 20% health, you get like an additional 50% damage. So with a right gun going in, like last night, I took out a legendary Scorch Beast in a couple seconds by myself. Like, huge benefit from that. So that's fun. So today, I think we're going to do a couple things. In fact, let's do the first one now. One of the other things that I have been building up towards is this. So we've got a level 2 serendipity right now. And my health is, not my health, my luck is maxed out. I can't do anything else. But what that level 2 serendipity gets me is below 30% health, again, low build, gain a 30% chance to avoid damage. So roughly, statistically, 1 out of 3 shots just misses entirely. So if I can figure out a way to get one more level, nearly half the hits will just miss instead. So pretty significant boost there. Well, the way this works is I've got this legendary luck perk. And let's inspect that. So, oh geez, I didn't realize I'd get 2 more when I add it. Okay. Oh, I was expecting to add 1 more level here and get 1 additional luck point, but nope, I get 2. That's even better. Even better. Perk points cap at 15, and I am nowhere near that. So yeah, this should be good. This should be really good. Let's do that now. You notice if I go into my cards, I think it is Endurance. I have 38 Aquadurl cards. The reason being is that when you have to go through the repetition of picking a card that you're just going to scrap, as we're going to do here in a minute, any of the 1-star cards are good to do because you don't have to go through as many menu clicks as you're getting them. But yeah, we're just going to scrap all these and get the perk points, and then we'll go get that extra luck point, update the serendipity perk, and possibly add another 1 pointer, since it looks like I'll have 1 spare point in there for something else. So that could be fun. If I could get 1 more point to Bloody Mess and do even more damage, that would be awesome, but they don't let you do that. Just making sure I'm being very careful about where I click here, but let's go through and do this. And then maybe we'll just do a West Tech run to try out all the things. I'll go get some cranberries. We'll make some brain bombs, some cranberry relish. It'll be a kick. What better way to spend a Friday night
brain bombs
than eating fungus-infused cereal and toxic relish? All right, legendary perks. And we're going to rank it up. 150 points. There they all go. Bye-bye. Hop back out of there, and you notice it's always surprising to me which cards it decides to junk. Like which ones it moves down. Like, oh, well, you have more room. You can't possibly have those anymore. It's like, did you put them back? I don't know. Why'd you? Anyway, it's weird, but who cares? Pick a perk, and we're going to go to... I'm going to filter it first.
Steph and I had a question earlier
Uh-huh.
that maybe you can test out sometime.
Yeah.
If you have a farm with all the wonderful things growing in it.
Okay, so if I have a farm with all the stuff growing in it, yeah.
In an area of the cranberry bog.
Yep.
Where it gets shelled all the time.
Yeah.
Can you use the fertilizer things and replenish them if they survive the blast?
If they survive... Okay, so the deal is if I have a farm, I'm in the cranberry bog, and I'm near some...
Radiation.
I'm near radiation, okay.
Okay, the bombs go off.
Bombs go off.
Your
All
farm
my
lights up.
my whole crop...
Purple, blue, everything's wonderful.
Oh, gotcha.
Can you use your fertilizer things on that?
That's a really good question. I don't know. That might be worth like buying an extra slot just to try out. Yeah, so in case not all that made it across because I was being kind of piecemeal. So yeah, I get the idea now. You set up a farm in the cranberry bog. When a bomb drops, your crops are going to become irradiated. So you're instead of mute fruit, you're going to have fission fruit and that sort of thing. Now the nice thing about that is that you have what do you call it? The wheat. What do they call wheat in this? They give it a silly name.
Razor grain.
Razor grain, of course, because it has to sound dangerous and pointy. So let's say you have razor grain. Like I need violet flux because I make ammo that uses violet flux a lot. And for whatever reason, razor grain turns into violet flux. So if I make a big field of wheat and then I let it get bombed and all my crops are irradiated, and then I use the turbo fert grenades, I make a bunch of them, can I just basically harvest as much oh boy, my brain. I need those brain bombs here.
But you still have to find radiated fluids and...
Yeah, no, but could you harvest all the flux that you want, basically? All the unstable flux. That's worth a shot. I mean, that would be fun to try. Or, well, to finish the thought you were saying before, so you need the irradiated fluids and all that. That's true.
Yeah.
But like the other night, basically that's solvable. I have more right now than I can use, believe it or not.
Oh.
You nuked Morgantown.
Yeah.
Morgantown with its high refresh rate in terms of enemies, and the fact that you've got a ton of ghouls and scorched and all that, and there's a lot of fields there anyway, right? In fact, that would be the way to kind of test it. You just go, never mind making your own farm. You nuke Morgantown and go and try using them there. I know you tried them on the Turbofert grenades on the cranberries.
On other people's, on the regular game stuff, from what we understood.
From who?
Well, Seth and I were working it out. We were talking about it.
But like I said, you tried it on cranberries. Have you tried it on razor grain?
No.
We'll try that today. That's an easy one. I'll get a Turbofert grenade. We don't have to nuke it. We can just go and like harvest it and throw it on it and see what happens.
Yeah.
So, okay, but yeah, we got our let's see. I need to actually get the perk. Someone's talking to me too. Accept. I'm going to say hi. Sorry, didn't mean to be rude. Hello. People actually take the time to say hi. I like to reciprocate. All right, back in. Let's see. So now we've got our level 3 serendipity. There we go. We're all set. And yeah, I've got 1 unused point, and I've got 5 pick-a-perk left after all that. Just 5. I'm used to having 20, 30, 40 because I don't use them. So this feels a little restricting. What can we use that on? Better criticals. Bleh. I don't use criticals. Bloody mess. Got it. Can do. 40% chance to find an extra can. No. Cap collector. No. Class freak. The negative effects of your... Oh, there it is. Negative effects of your mutations are reduced by 25%. So keep that one in mind. And let's keep looking, and then we'll come back. Class freak. I get why I see people sharing that one so much. Critical hits. No, only consume 85%. No. Curator. Trainers. Clover. Junk shield. Not bad. Oh, someone went in the vault? Oh. I may have to run down and see how they're doing. I don't know. Some other time. Let's see. I think it's pretty obvious. I think Class Freak is going to be it. Everything else is cool. There's some good stuff, but this one, I wish they'd done a version. I wish they added more levels of this, especially with the low health build, where you just carry around grenades, and then again, since you die a lot more often with the low health build, this actually would be a good alternate. Is gosh, now I have a choice. So let's take a look real quick at the negative effects. So adrenal reaction, I know, reduces your health. So this would give me a little bit more health. Egghead, it would give me a little bit of... Oh, the endurance, actually, that's an important one to fix. So, yeah. And the other one's just being able to eat meat, which I really don't care about that much. So, yeah, we're going to do the Class Freak. Let's go get one. Just do that here. There it is. Only going to get a level 1, but that's okay. Every little bit helps. Now look at all the luck-related things. I tried doing a build once that was, again, I don't play on normal, like, tank versus, I can't even think of the names of the other roles at this point. But anyway, offense, defense, whatever. And so I was experimenting with a build that was primarily around, like, luck and charisma. Partially for the challenge of it, partially to see if you could get a viable build off of things that weren't really typically combat or defense oriented. And there were a bunch of the luck-based ones that I found just did not activate nearly enough to be worth it. Serendipity seems to work pretty well, so it might be an exception. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so we've got that on there now. Now let's take a look, and we've got, endurance -2 instead of -3. Like I said, every little bit helps. Max hit points -37 instead of 50. We're good. All right, well, I am dehydrating here. Did I go down? Nah, I'm not. I was going to say I'm going to go down to the vault again, but we're not doing that. Thing is, I think that if they got into the vault, I'm pretty sure I had the door locked. So they probably picked the lock to get in, which, no big. It's to dissuade people from going in, not necessarily to, hard, straight up, just prevent them. So, let's get our team set up. We have a level 22, a casual. We'll do this one. And the other person who's the sole person on that team might want to consider joining the one that now has 3 people. Get more benefits. And then let's take a look at the daily challenges. Oh, I haven't done the item shop today either. We'll do that too. So let's go to daily. Okay, buy, sell, get caps, event, craft or scrap armor. We can do that real quick. Get 5 things, plant a crop, and work. They've been doing this one a lot. They actually had a weekly dole around that one too. Let's see what our freebie is for the day. What do we got? Gum. Boring. Comes in handy sometimes, but ultimately kind of boring. Do I want the American trucker cap? No, I do not. Thank you. Let's see. A couple things. If I could get 17 cents exactly. How long do we have? 17 days. I've got, yeah, that's fine. No worries there. Save that for later. So we're on a team. We've got our challenges highlighted. Gotta go make some armor real quick. We'll do a couple of the easy ones here. And yeah, I'm gonna go check and see if they picked the lock on the vault. Anyway, I hope you all had a good week. I continue to have weird weeks because of the whole my company I worked for is changing things up, but it wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. I worked as a developer during the day and got to spend a little time digging more deeply. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had that locked. I'm gonna leave it unlocked. That's fine. Acid extractor is locked. And aggressive. I'm actually gonna unlock this too. Like, I've got enough stuff saved up that if someone comes by and they find use in it, let's just open things up here. Whoop, wrong one. Be a little bit more welcoming. Like, I went through a phase where it's like, no, I need all the stuff. Leave my stuff alone. Now, hey, we got another person. Oh, gotta go make the armor while I'm down there. Let's not waste a trip.
Are you watching?
Okay. We're gonna craft something cheap. I gotta get changed too. Let's see.
He wants to go to bed.
Armor, light armor. Probably leather arm. Some cloth, some leather, some steel. Yeah, that'll do. Level 1. And done. These are not the most useful goals that they give you. Oh, I got a bunch of other stuff I got to scrap too, apparently. Oh, hey, we got a Douse rifle modification. Cool. That's actually good. In fact, while I'm here, we'll take a look at that. Oh, wait. Capacitors. That was a ammo. Oh, yeah. Never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm like, I'm at an ammo bench. How could it have been about that? Yeah, you were scrapping stuff, that's why. Weapons. So we've got this Assassin's Gauss rifle. Let's do modify on it. So does 321 damage currently, which, again, man, I remember from Fallout 4, the Gauss rifle, you could do an insane amount of damage with that thing. With the right mods and perks and everything, you could just... So it would end up being this super high range, really, really effective sniper rifle. And they kind of nerfed him in this game a little bit, unfortunately. So let's see. The legendary mods we're going to leave alone. What do we got? We got shielded barrel, range, recoil, superior range and recoil. Let's go ahead and do that. What's it going to take? Yep, that'll do. I've never messed around with hipfire accuracy on guns, and I feel like I must be missing something. Oh, Science Master. That's okay. Yeah, I've got enough points if I really need to do something. Sure. We've got twit capacitors, reload speed, perforating, armor penetration, yes. Standard sights. We want a long... What do you think, night vision or recon? I'm going to go with a recon. No muzzle. We got a compensator or a suppressor. Go the compensator. No appearance. Yeah, just default appearance. So, yeah, it... So, still, 321 damage. Plus 50% to humans. So, it'll do okay. So, why am I interested in the assassin guns at all? And the answer is really, like I said, it has to do with people who come along and, after you have on a public server invested a lot of work in... building the place up, and then they just come along and take it. They have some sort of special build, whatever it is, and I've had cases where even in full armor, they just come up and go, and you're gone. That's it. You're dead. So, and I don't orient any of my builds around attacking, versus on PvP or anything. So I'm starting to kind of just look around at that, mainly so that if someone, not to use it aggressively, but if someone does something to be a jerk, maybe there's some recourse. We'll see. Probably not a great plan, but we're going to try it out anyway. It's just a game. All right. Were there any other plant crops? So I should go grab some stuff from upstairs. Drink Nuka-Cola. Why not? Nuka-Cola. And I probably need to get some out of the bin. Food and drink. Got 10 brain fungus soup on me. That should be fine. Oh, we'll try this today too. Awesome. Mustn't forget that before we do West Tech. That should boost the experience also. Now that should stack with the other brain things, but I'm a little nervous. So what I think I'll do is try the brain fungus soup first, then use that. Make sure that they're both in effect, and if they aren't, then maybe just switch back to the brain fungus soup. We'll see. I'm not sure which one would be more effective, actually. There's one just sitting in there. We'll go ahead and take that out. Nuka-Cola is what I was after. So let's get some Nuka-Cola Wild. A couple Nuka-Cola. I did get my Nuka-Cola bot set up here. We didn't have him wander around. Keep the supply coming. Alright. Think we're good. No, one of those two. And I need some food. So, of course, we have the brain fungus soup. Okay, still get some plants from upstairs so that we have some things to plant when I get a workshop. Probably hear my cat in the background. It is time for him to yell pointlessly. It's part of his agenda. He looks at his little daily planner. It's like, whoop, time to scream. Boy, I tell you, I'm waiting for my computer to just melt down here, to be honest. For days now, I can smell hot plastic, like something is not doing too well. I can't actually smell it near the computer. I can smell it while I'm sitting where I am. The computer's a couple feet away. If I put my nose up to the computer, there's nothing there. But I can still smell it. This is making me really, really uncomfortable. So if I disappear, you'll know why. What's my IGN? I don't know what IGN is. Maybe it means. Let's see. Oh, we're getting the plants. That was it. Oh, yeah, getting the plants and also getting dressed, basically. So let's see. We're going to get rid of that. And we'll leave that on. That. Play Dr. Mask. And the bowler hat. In-game name. Thank you. I really don't know all the acronyms. 10-ton noggin. All one word. Let's show it anywhere? There we go. 10-ton noggin. Alright, what do we want to grow? Before we grab anything, let's make it productive. Turn on green thumb. We just need a couple things, really. We'll just get, say, 2 of each of the basics. Oh, and let's unlock the lead. Lead. And I will need a turbo fert grenade. Unlock that so people can grab it as they come by. In case it helps. And we'll grab the grenade. We're going to do an experiment with... Man, I've got a lot of stuff. I feel like I need to be jotting down notes. Like, I actually have a big agenda tonight. How do I have that much canned coffee? I have been collecting canned coffee forever. Basically, whenever so I will use the silos. Like, I won't do a full silo run. I'll just go in there for lead. And what I do, part of the routine is go into the main control room, grab the canned coffee there, and then head back on out. And then I just don't use it. The reason I'm getting it isn't for the action points thing. Like, every once in a while, I'll use it for that. But I typically just don't find a lot of use for it. It's to make White Russians. So I'm setting up sort of a nightclub thing, slowly over time. And I wanted to have, like, I'm going to replace all the stuff in my vending machine with different drinks. And, of course, the vending machine will have to sit outside the nightclub. It has to sit at the entrance because they don't let you put vending machines in your shelters. But anyway, yeah, that's what it's for. It's there to make mixed drinks. So, or, just have a can of coffee now and then. Okay, so we got the plants. Let's go and just grab a spot. And let's see. Let's do one that none of these places are great. Like, all of them have a tendency when you do the event, where the you did the defend the workshop event. I haven't found a location yet where the baddies won't just wander off into, over the sunset and you have to go chase them down. This one tends to be a little better, and I've got a spot where I can set stuff up now so that... Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot they're doing this. I didn't see any announcements about it. Get back here. Stay. Wow. He's tough. Makes me wonder if I've got certain things turned off here. Sorry. There we go. Right in the face. Ooh, an ornate mole miner pail. Wasted 30 taps by not going to... Yes, I did. No, thank you for calling that. You are absolutely right. I have been trying to catch myself on that lately, and using the intermediate places to fast travel, and I forget. I get lazy about it, and yeah, well, they're just caps. I'll just drink 30 Nutra-Colas. It's like, really? Okay, I'm leaving that there temporarily. I am a very forgetful person. In fact, like, that one thing that I forget is the least of my troubles in terms of forgetting to do stuff. Leaving perks on that I shouldn't. Oh, hey, that sucked. They were there a second ago. Huh. That's interesting. I have a gun just for you, but that's not it. Wait. There we go. Love the chain of explosions. Eh? I heard someone grunting. Oh. This is not what I expected. Does someone else already have the... That's really weird that it's giving me the defend event when I haven't actually claimed the workshop yet. Not seen that before. A little for you. Maybe. There we go. And grab all your stuff. Oh. There's one I forgot. A couple I forgot. 3. They're multiplying. Like I'm watching them spawn in as I walk up to them. That was weird. What armor am I using? I'm using Secret Service armor. Woo! That was cool. Headless, Naked, Scorched. Like teleporting onto the scene, kind of. It's not really teleporting if you see them physically moving. Like, is this a bug? Are they just going to keep coming here? Oh no, it's just wave 3 or 4. Okay. So if I do this... Oh, sure. Yeah, why not? Oh, yeah. Unyielding. Yep. Yeah, I'm new to the whole low health build thing. I've been fighting it, trying to avoid using it for the longest time, and I just don't see a way to avoid it to do what I want to do. Basically, get more experience, and, you know, the damage bonus is nice and all that. But I'm not used to it yet. I let myself get killed pretty frequently just because I'm used to being able to just bold-faced walk into a room, let everything shoot and attack me, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever, you know. Having really high, well, not really high, fairly high health and fairly high defense, and good reflexes with Stimpaks when I need them. That's not really paying off anymore. Okay, we've got wave 4 coming, do we? Hey everyone. How's the health? Health's getting a little low. Stay back. Come on. Yeah, I haven't really been paying much attention to the serendipity. I think it's kicking in pretty well. Let's see, I recently got an Unyielding AP tab set, and it's a beast. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I will be the first to admit, I would probably be doing better in the game if I paid attention to sort of published conventional wisdom about the game. I don't enjoy the game as much when I am just kind of, when I'm personally just looking stuff up. So I'm probably that's just all that to say, I'm probably missing opportunities where I could be doing a better version of my build because I could go and look and see what other people have done. But I just don't enjoy it as much. I like the experimentation. Figuring it out. Which means that I'm going to be kind of slow and ineffectual for a long time. But, you know, I can live with that. Let's put that a little closer up that way. So what level's your character? And I'm not going to scrap the weapons. I'm actually just going to store them away for right now. No, I don't worry about it. It's just one of those things that I put it out there because sometimes, I don't know. Maybe I do feel self-defensive about it. But I find a lot of people who really get into the like really tuning the builds and that, and I can respect that. My wife plays on PlayStation actually, and she plays with some people who they know Like there are certain glitches you can take advantage of with weapons, where if you swap out your weapons a certain way, you can up the damage and that kind of thing. Yeah, all that is just lost on me. All right, let's see. So we're going to sell the weapons later just to earn some caps for the day. We've got that. We've got to go plant some crops. Our defense tower here. Let's just go over this way. Probably should put the armor in there too, but that's okay. All right. Taking off the box. Where is food? There's food. Do a little. There we go. No? Oh, there. Dang, I didn't space him right. Just going to do my own crop circle. There we go. And done. Let's go ahead. What was the, on the scoreboard, what was the thing for today? T-tards. Sure, why not? What's next? Fireworks. Oh, fireworks. I haven't seen fireworks for a long time. I don't think. All right, we've got to collect caps. We've got to buy or sell from another player. Let's go say hi to someone. Radiation rumbles going on. They don't have their vent. Oh, they do. It's just hidden. Let's head down there. You're around level 330. Don't worry about dying often. It's frustrating. You can get over it soon. I hope to, honestly. It's one of those things, like, if you play a certain way, it's easy to develop a mentality where it's like, oh no, I died, like it's a really bad thing. And when you really think about it in the game, it's like, oh no, I maybe lost some scrap steel that I have to go back and pick up or just abandon. Like, how much does it really matter? Probably not a ton. In my head, though, it's a terrible, terrible thing. All right. Armor, apparel, food, drink. Well, there you go. See if they have any interesting plans. Lead-lined marine armor. Sure, why not? I don't think I'm actually going to use that, but I like trying to get as many of the plans as I can. So you see a new one, may as well grab it. Marsupial serum. You know? No, I don't want to get stuck with that because of the whole starch genes thing. I've tried marsupial before, and I really didn't like it. Like, I'm so used to the jetpack where you have control over better control over your rise and fall. And the jetpacks aren't as good in some ways. I get it, but something going on in the background there. Grab a Nuka-Cola. And an orange. All right. Okay. Level up, collect caps. Still working on the Nuka-Cola thing. Yeah, let's go ahead and sell the guns. We'll just take off that one other goal. Don't think I'm going to get all the caps I normally get for the day. I'll save that for later. I'll do that another time. But for right now, we'll take the 10mm, the Bowie knife, all the stuff I picked up. Jeez. I haven't tried that out for a while either. Might give that a try. I don't know about tonight. We'll see. 4 right now. So I probably still got, yep, still got green thumb on. That's fine. And let's take off tenderizer, put on hard bargain.
May I be of assistance? Serve and protect.
So I heard the new season is supposed to start mid-June. I think we got about a little under 2 weeks now. And it looks like there's some kind of fun stuff in there.
At your service, ma'am.
I'm still mainly looking for things to kind of fit the theme for 2 different builds I have going on in my shelters. One of which is a nightclub. So like I've got to find Rom at some point, and apparently he's the only place, unless a player happens to be selling the plan. But he's the only place you can get the mirror ball, like, you know, the disco ball thing. So we gotta find him for that. It's fine. We'll just sell those. What are we down to? 955. Yeah, we're good. Good enough for now. Nothing there. 12 shooters, marine armor, left leg. What are we up to? 220. Got a ways to go. Alright. So the rest of it's just going to kind of happen as it happens. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Let's do that little experiment we talked about with the razor grain and see if we can harvest some from unowned land. And yeah, I probably could have like, no, I'm glad you said something, because now every time I do that, it's happening like a whole full second too late. But I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Was there some place I could have fast traveled to first and then opt? Oh, well. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to go harvest some razor grain, throw a grenade at it, and see if we can get it to replenish. If you can do that, then the next time I drop a nuke on Morgantown for supplies, I'm bringing a bunch of turbo for grenades, and we're going to get all of the violet flux that we can carry. There we go. Oop! It's like he knew it was coming. Hello, peekaboo. Sure, why not? Comes a boomer brigade. Back up, sir. Make sure they aren't somehow running up behind me. I don't know why I'm expecting that. It's like they just kind of disappeared. Hey? No. I know zombies are supposed to be fast, but come on. Like that one caught him, like, he exploded kind of in mid-run pose. All cartoon-like. Oh, I see. Now that I'm not up there, you're like, oh, okay, now I'm going to come and attack you. Whoa! Like that. Jeez, you guys are fast. The heck happened there? I don't think I have any effects on my armor that would cause someone to burst into flame when they try to hit me, but maybe I do. the starlight berries. We'll make some berry mentats a little later. And somewhere around here, there should be some razor grain around here. Wild razor grain. No, we don't want to do that. We need to find some that's not wild. Which that might be the problem. That might be kind of their out in terms of like, no, of course it doesn't work. It doesn't work on wild varieties of things. It has to be cultivated. Yeah, so I'm not going to waste a grenade there. Like I'm already, like, it is the Bethesda way. Unless it is a cultivated variety of whatever it is you're harvesting, your Turbofruit's going to do nothing. And I will risk just being straight up wrong and missing that opportunity there. Let me head over here and see if I can find some that isn't wild. I doubt it, but we'll try. Let's go running through town. Stub my toe. And somewhere around here we should run into some ghouls. Yeah, there are some. Yep, just barely. And off he goes. You need to cue the Benny Hill saxophone. I don't know, people probably know that song, but I kind of wonder if they know where it came from. Where are you? Really? Dude. Okay, yeah, I don't know about that. Huh, that's one way to hide. He's gonna pop out of there when I least expect it, though. And then this guy's gonna sneak up behind me. Ooh, you didn't die. There we go. Well done, you. Can't quite see where I'm being shot from. Oh, there you are. Oh, we almost got our level for the day. Yeah, go ahead. Oh. Nope, just take it. Take it. Twofer. And another. I feel like I'm keeping my health maybe a little too low. Kind of dangerously low. That's okay. Use those to make some sugar later. Wild razor grain, of course. Potato plant. Okay, so here's where we can do our test. Take the potatoes. These are not wild potato plants, so this should be fine. Take them all just so I ever did sort of a sample size here. Let's activate that Turbo Fert grenade. Weapons. Did I misplace it? Did I use it? What did I do? Oh, I sold the thing, didn't I? Oh my gosh. That's okay. Here's what we're going to do. Probably, yep, when I was selling stuff, I'm like, it's a grenade, just sell it. So instead, we'll go up here. We'll... Oh, so many things here now. So we'll take off Bloody Mess, put on Super Duper. Yeah, like I said earlier, forgetful. Tenderizer, those are fine. I'll take that off. That's good. We'll increase the range. And grenades. Might be missing some of the stuff. I thought it was there. Where was it? Quest items, science projects. There it is. Science projects? Okay. We'll make a couple of them. There we go. All right. Now, to that, let's get this, which I hardly ever use anymore. Can I keep it around just for this purpose? And they do not read row. So, as usual, my wife is right. Oh, she's not here. Oh, she was playing on headphones behind me for a while. Seems she's wandered off to bed. So, I'm alone. But anyway, yeah, so we were talking about this earlier. So the idea, if you didn't hear earlier, is to set up a farm in an area that gets nuked a lot. I mean, technically, you could set one up here around Morgantown and actually then have the cultivated versions of things that you can use a Turbo Fert grenades on. And then nuke the place. And then go and harvest as much of the flux from your own farm by repeatedly using the grenades as you want. You still have to get like the irradiated fluids and all the other things, but this area, nuking Morgantown, ends up being a pretty good way to do that. I did that just yesterday, so I'm fairly well stocked up on all that stuff anyway. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to ease that off just a little bit, because it's going to go down on its own anyway over time. Alright, so we've done our experiment. We've gotten the basic goods. Let's do a quick, sort of a quick run. Yeah. And look for some lead and some sugar bombs and a few other things. Just a quick trip up and down the coast here. I keep saying quick, but honestly, this might take a minute. That's okay. After we do that, we'll get some cranberries. We will make all of our experience goodies. Then we'll go visit West Tech. I'm going to look down and see if there's any lead here. If there isn't, I'm just out. Nope, there's nothing here. We're done. That's how we're going to keep this quick today. Travel down to their camp, since they happen to be in the area we're going. Hello. Was I? Oh, I was in the rocks again. Oh no, we're not doing that.
Automated warning to all responders. Mr. Farmhands are out
Where
of
is it?
control. Evacuate civilians and take down those supervisors. Once they're dealt with, you'll have to reboot the server. Again.
I'm not orienting myself very well around this. Where am I exactly?
Identify yourself.
Yeah, okay. I see where I am. Don't have time to mess with you guys. Two hits. There we go. Something Wellington? I don't think I've ever seen a name on that before. What did I just do? I think it was probably just one of the supervisors, right?
Farm requires new sources of production.
Oh, get off. Go on. Shoo. Off with you. Yeah, I thought there was going to be another one. Oh, it's Sloosh. Let's see. As I'm doing this, so other game news this week. To me, pretty big news, because I have found that there have not been a lot of games I've really enjoyed recently. I play this one pretty continuously, and that's in spite of the fact that it kind of frustrates the heck out of me in a lot of ways. But there have been a couple games that have been on the horizon for a very long time, and one of them finally got a release date today, and was actually available for pre-order, so I went ahead and grabbed it. And that is a game called Stray. Apparently they announced it. I did not actually see the event. I just happened to miss it. Hey, we leveled up. Cool. But they announced it at Sony's State of Play. So the reason I'm interested in Stray, aside from the fact that the aesthetic looks really, really cool, so many games are in their art style these days just carbon copies of other things. You know, there's hardly any, I'm not going to say originality, because I think originality is overrated, but distinctiveness. No one can be, it's really, really hard, and maybe even impractical, not worth all that much to be truly original. The more truly original you make something, the less relatable it's going to be, the more difficult it's going to be to get into it. So they strike a good line. They have some things where you look at it, you can see it fits into a common sort of a genre, sort of a common pattern. But they've really done their own thing. So in Stray, you play the part of a cat. You're a cat in this futuristic, maybe dystopia. It is at least a cyberpunky looking sort of world. It looks like all the humans are probably gone, and there are these robots left. And the robots, you can interact with them and whatnot. And there's a story in it. And so I think it's a pathfinding / story narrative sort of a game. Beautifully, beautifully rendered. The graphics to me just looked absolutely amazing. Love it. And I started tracking it way back when it was a couple guys working on this project on their own. I think they had worked at major studios before. They decided to do their own thing. I don't know a lot else about them. But every once in a while, kind of without context, they would release a picture that from the game, either concept art or some test renders and stuff, and all the way back to the beginning. It was gorgeous looking. There we go. That's what we're here for. Cool. All right. Some springs, and then we're done. Anywhere I can fast travel to here? Not really. Yeah, let's head over here first. But anyway, yeah, so it's coming out kind of later part of mid-July. I think July 19th is the actual release date. A lot of the outlets have been advertising this as a PlayStation 5 only game. I think it's not just inaccurate, it's reactive fire. It's maybe a little irresponsible because how many people have PS5s at this point? Really? Yeah, I got something going on with my armor. I did not realize that occasionally melee attacks burn the attacker. I had no idea. I did not pay that close attention, apparently. But anyway, it's not just for PS5. It is also for PC. So, yeah, go look it up on Steam.
Keep staring at me.
But it's been fun watching. I've literally been watching this thing for, at least 5 years. Probably more. I started watching it all the way back when I was still, blogging on Bioshock playthroughs and whatnot. And that was quite a while ago. Excuse me. I also love the idea that when they started out, they obviously hired people over time, but when they started out doing the basic concept, I think there were a couple French guys living in an apartment, I want to say around Paris, but I don't know that for a fact. Doesn't really matter. And getting a project like that off the ground from that start is pretty impressive. Pretty cool. I'd always hoped I'd be able to do something like that, so I admire people who manage to pull it off. More power to them. Nope, take it. There we go. Probably keep driving stuff there. I'm not going to bother. Mainly here for the springs. Okay, and I'm over encumbered, so let's go drop some stuff in the bin. So yeah, I'm really curious to see what the pathfinding mechanic plays out like, because you've got to kind of walk along walls, find ductwork to climb up on, that kind of thing. So, Mirror's Edge, less shooting, and with a cat. And robots. Not really. It's not cat parkour, so far as I can tell. Maybe it is. We'll see. Sure, why not? The story, I don't know. I know nothing about it. It's one of those games that if they released a game that was low conflict and basically all you did was explore this massive city from the point of view of, being a cat, finding your way around, discovering new locations, to me, that would be enough. I would go for that. The fact that they've added a story, I'm not disappointed or something. It's an unknown. Put it this way, if they manage to put a really good story in this on top of what looks like beautiful graphics and novel, fun, what looks like fun gameplay, then again, they've got a classic on their hands. That would be pretty cool. Alrighty. Back up there. Let's go to food. What else do I have to eat? Not doing the pork and beans. Can't do that anymore. Starlight berries. Got a couple. Not eating the sugar bombs. We'll just eat a potato. Wow. Oh, weird. Weird to say, but my hit points are dangerously high. Apparently, I might have used a Radix without meaning to. Not Radix, a Radaway. So we'll see. Yeah, so before I go to West Tech, I gotta deal with that. Let's go. No, not that. There we go. Just for such an occasion. There we go. Get, what, about 7 of them? Oh, that didn't even... Crazy. Okay. A little more. I feel kind of bad feeding my character toxic waste, but maybe it's something you get used to. There we go. One to spare. Okay. One more place to get springs, and then we're done with the supply run. And to get there... Yeah, it'll probably be a little faster to go this way. So there's a fun little project. Yeah, it's one thing about this side project I keep mentioning is that unlike most of the things that I try in this game, this one's going to cost actual money. And I'm not sure that what I'm going to set up is going to work. So I'm looking for ways to experiment at this point. And I don't want to overcommit to it and end up spending a bunch of money if it turns out that it's just not going to be a thing. I don't know how many times I've been here, and for the longest time I did not notice those clipboards sitting on the floor. So many springs missed. Yeah, we'll take the sunglasses. I don't think I actually have any. Okay. Good enough. Well, may I say it's nice to hear you being encouraging instead of trying to kill everything in sight. Alright. Off to get cranberries. Names are weird. Left the team. Oh, too bad. Oh yeah, so there's a view of my place from up on the adjacent cliff. Really, again, that was meant to be like a utilitarian place. It was going to be like some garden plots and some resource harvesters. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, though. Like the way it looks. Let's take a look in here. See if there's anything to do. I doubt it. Okay, could make some adhesive, not gonna. Now we're going up to the Aaronhold Homestead. Probably not joining that event, but sure, I can kill wolves for free.
Priority alert! Like the damn wolves on the hunt again. Forest Watch has spotted multiple packs.
Whoop, cows. That was a bad plan.
Alpha's location is unknown. We need to find and kill
Sorry, cows.
Take out the smaller packs, draw out that Alpha. Just make sure you bring a lot of
Oh,
bullets. That
cow killed him.
Alpha is a heap of trouble.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Oh, I expected them to be mad at me too. Like if I went up to them, they may actually attack. But no. Bugs. Bug there. Bug there. Well, I don't see ticks here too often. All good? All good. All right. Take that off, put that on. Everything else is good? Good. Excuse me. Probably enough there. I don't think I'm going to end up using all these, but... Alright, there's only one more ingredient I need, I think. I shall just keep grabbing these. There we go. And that is down here. I'm hitting cancel. There we go. So yeah, looks like it's, for me anyway, turning out to be a good year for games between the announced resurrection, is that the right word? Revival of the Tomorrow Children, which I'm really excited about. Stray coming out. There's some good games on the way, I hope. Hello, little friend. Oh, that's not how you should act. Tarlface. Hey, Tarlface. Okay. Back down here for some Mothman eggs. I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can, too. Just because they put a lot of cultists in the town now. So if you want to do a resource run, or you just want to take out a bunch of cultists, make a sort of a fun Friday event of it, you can. I'm not interested in doing that right now. I want to get over to West Tech and try a few things out. Build up some experience. One for you. One for both of you. Oh, nope. Stairs protected you, which is absolute BS. Yeah, right there. I'm not even going to pick stuff up because I don't want to weigh myself down here. I'm going to do a quick run. Gotcha. Whoa, yeah, them and their grenades too. Just, they love the Molotov cocktails. Now we can clean up. Just like cleaning up the driveway. Enough with the grenades. And frankly, enough of the bullets and stuff too, but especially the grenades. Nope. Yeah. There we go. BS. That should have... Who? Grab what I can here. And what I don't use to make drugs, I will turn into omelets and sell them. As it turns out, you can get quite a bit of money for Mothman egg omelets. I guess they're a delicacy. Yeah, started the stream really late tonight. I've been trying... Ordinarily, I like to start it right after work. I get off work at 6. It's nice to go from that straight into the stream. Today, like I said, it's been a weird week. Absolutely crashed. Like, I got about within an hour of the end of my workday and had to just bail. Like, could not keep my eyes open. Okay. Back home. Do some cooking and some prep. I don't think I have any actual brain fungus, so I don't think I'm going to be able to make the berry mentats. That's okay. We'll save that one for later. I have plenty for now. Well, this is fun. It's Mars, everybody. Okay, let's just try that again. I don't like this particular corner of the void that I landed in. And now I'm inside a wall. That would have been awesome if there would have been someone actually using the vending machine there to have some guy just like pop out of the wall. But oh well. Okay, chemistry bench or the other? I think we need the other one. Just need a stove. I failed, leader of the pack. No, that's okay. I didn't actually join. It's like when your employer tells you you didn't meet your goals this quarter, and it's like they were never my goals. You just assigned me things. All right. Make sure that Super Duper is on. Oh, that's not so bad. It's kind of cool, actually. And we don't need that right now. Chemist is on. Everything else is good. Let's go ahead. Gourds. I forgot the gourds. I gotta put that back on. So many ingredients you need. Don't think I need a ton of those, though. Okay. Green thumb back off. Grenadier, whatever that is, back on. Super duper on. Okay. Filter it down. We've got cranberry relish, and I'm just going to do, oh, it can make up to 3. Yeah, we'll make all of them, sure. Prepared cranberry starlight. What am I missing for all food? Let's see. Brain bombs. Oh, brain fungus. That, okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and treat myself here to the, whoops, somewhere. Yeah, I've got a lot of them, so we'll just go ahead and use one now. And then we will travel down here. Hey, how's it going, Nikki? Things have been weird. They've been not bad terribly, but a lot of transitions going on. How have you been? I'm not careful, I'm going to die here. Stop that. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Well, I'm not sure what it is, but I hope it's something that isn't, isn't going to trouble you for too long. We've all been through enough stuff in the last couple of years here. I think we could all use a break. But you're getting by. Well, I'm glad to hear that at least.
Old-world science solved a lot of problems back in the day. Weapons at the ready.
Some days that's about all we can hope to do, right? But it kind of sucks that that's true too. It's not lasting as long as it could. It's also a problem. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. That's hard. I mean, obviously, I don't know exactly what's going on since we were just talking about it. But I can kind of imagine, given what you just said. Going up to see who this is. Oh. That is really, really tough. Well, I hope you have someone to kind of help you through that. So I'll go ahead and, if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and just share that, yeah, my dad is suffering from dementia. He doesn't have Alzheimer's. He has something called vascular dementia, which is different in terms of the sort of the physicality of it, but ultimately it ends up being very similar. In its effect, you know what I mean? It's still a form of dementia, and it's still a long process that you have to go through. I tell you what, like, whether it's now or we can chat later, if you ever want to talk about it, given that I've just been through that, kind of had my own journey through it the last couple of years, if you want to talk about stuff, let me know. I'd be happy to just chat, even if you just need someone to kind of listen, and you're not looking for advice, you're just looking to kind of get some stuff off your chest, then that's okay too. I want to be careful about the kinds of things I'm talking about, because it can be you know, even if someone's offering advice that's true and helpful and practical and all that, if you're not in a place where you're ready to talk about that sort of thing, it can do more harm than good. So I will leave it at this. I'll just say that there are some basic tools and some, let's call it some orientations, right? Some ways that you can kind of view what's going on that offer some help and will help you in a very practical way to kind of, you and your family, to kind of walk through things. And these are all things, that's why I was saying that if you have someone to talk to, you know, where they can help you out with some of this stuff that ends up being, I wish I had known towards the beginning. There were a couple things that were pretty frustrating and distressing that happened early on that now with a little perspective I can see. I just see them differently, right? I've got a better set of tools to work with. You jailbroke your Vita, though, so that's fun. That's cool. So are you doing anything in particular with it, or you just wanted to, was it a could I do that sort of a challenge? But the good news, too, is that even with that condition, you know, there are a lot of things that people can do to make for a lot of good days. You know what I mean? Like it is a hard process to go through, but let me tell you, there will still be really good days, really good times. There'll be, you know, some difficult points, too, but that's not all it'll be. Okay, we got our brain fungus. Let's, whoops, change out my perks, head back and cook some brain cereal, because that's what we do. Yes, yeah, that's yeah, what you just described. You said filled with paranoia. He thinks everything's about him. Yes, that's very familiar. I know something of what you mean there. We have, I'll tell you, that was probably the earliest sign with my dad. He had been developing that for a long time, possibly for other reasons too, though. But it made it so that he was maybe diagnosed a little later than otherwise because we didn't see that for what it was. So there have been a lot of times in the last couple of years where you kind of get through that kind of moment just by letting them talk, you know. And it can still be stressful for other reasons, but, you know, my dad has gone through phases where he's, you know, talking about the people at the facility where he lives, and he's having some trust issues and stuff, and we just have to say, you know, like, so what do you see going on, and let him talk about it. It's like, okay, well, I tell you what, you know, we can't do anything right now in this moment. But we can find out about that a little later, and how does that sound? And a lot of the time we're able to get him to where he's like, oh, okay. And then that's maybe one of the most important things, that when those things hit, they're not necessarily going to be a constant. They're not going to be a prolonged sort of a thing. So if you can buy a little time, acknowledge them and listen to them and kind of help them through the moment, and then defer it until a little later, it helps you both. Because a lot of the time it'll pass and they'll move on to something else. It feels a little weird because it feels like we're being deceptive, but honestly, it's what they need in that moment, you know? There have been a lot of cases like that where we've had to kind of go, okay, like, tell me more, tell me what's going on. And so, but yeah, it can still be tough. Okay, I'm going to do a very brief intermission. I've just got to go run and use the restroom, and then we're going to go over to West Tech and blow a bunch of people up. And while I'm away. I'm actually just I'll leave my character here sleeping with the camera on. I'll be right back, and we'll get that going. Gonna turn the mic off though, so be right back. Okay, I'm back. Getting the headphones on. Oh, golly. Long day it's been. So yeah, like in my dad's case, my dad in particular hadn't really cut off communications, but we had reached out to him previously about having to move closer to us. He lived far away, like a full state away, right? And we knew he was living with someone else at the time. My folks were divorced, had been for a long time. And we started having these phone conversations that, without going into detail, were just off. They were wrong. And there was some repetition. It was like, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't seem good. And so we went up to see him. And yeah, sure enough, the person who was living with him was taking advantage of him and just draining his account. And not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. And so we had no idea what had been going on. We got that worked out, and it was one of those things where it's like, he needs to, like, he can't be on his own anymore. And so that was it. It was a spur of the moment decision that, okay, you're coming with us. We don't know what we're going to do. We don't know about the living arrangements, that whole situation, but there's nothing else we can do here. So he lived with us for about a month while we were making other arrangements, because frankly, we don't have enough room in our home for the people who do live here. We're very short on space. And people in that condition need observation and care. And that can be maybe, that for us, I will say, was maybe one of the most stressful aspects of it, was getting all of that set up so that he would be safe and cared for and feel safe, the whole thing. Like, that was a kind of a constant ride. Lots and lots of lessons learned in that first year. I'll say this too. The perception The picture of dementia that they paint most commonly in the public. Oh, sure. Yeah, go ahead. I will save that for another time. That's okay. You go. Didn't get my dupe. Okay, one more thing and then we're off. Made a spur-of-the-moment decision with your bedtime snack and turned out great. Put soy sauce in eggs before cooking them. Yeah, no, that sounds really good. There's actually just a splash. You still added too much. Yeah, the first time, like, super salty, so you gotta kind of watch that. I'll tell you what, look up, there's a recipe for a Japanese omelet that is going to be the same sort of thing. And again, you'll have to play with the ingredients a little bit, but if you like that, the Japanese omelet thing might be something you enjoy too. It uses soy, but it also then adds in things like mirin, and I can't remember what else right offhand. But whenever you see like anime, right, and they're doing the like rolled omelet in the pan, you know, bumping the handle to roll it up and that whole thing, that's not just plain eggs. There's a particular sort of a recipe that uses soy and other things that kind of thins out the egg and helps make it fluffy in that. Anyway, so check it out. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That actually sounds really good. So I got myself, in fact, you can find them for not much on I think a lot of places these days. But a little bit of, yeah, no, totally. Do this sushi tomorrow. That sounds good. You get yourself one of those little teeny, it's a rectangular egg pan. Those things are amazing for doing that kind of stuff. So highly recommended. Got myself one a little while back, and I normally don't get that kind of stuff for myself, and I'm glad I did. It's been a lot of fun. Make a lot of things with it. I hope you have a good night. Take care of yourself. You know, reach out if you want to chat. If I'm available, I will gladly take some time. And I hope your Friday and your weekend goes well, all things considered. Like I said, we could all use a break, couldn't we? All right, take care, Nikki. And thank you for stopping by. It's always good to hear from you. Night. All right. I'm going to go against my character's new vegetarian code and actually eat some brain here. Disgusting as that sounds. Disgusting as that is. Okay, so we've got the brain bombs going. We got the cranberry relish going. Fully fed. We got all that. Fully hydrated. I'm well rested. I'm not going to that event. Thank you, Fallout. This. We go over here and we look and we see well rested, nerd rage. Oh, did it not work at all? Wow, I think it just got rid of... I think that... okay. I expected, because I have that class freak card, that I would get some of the bonus of doing that, but it looks like it just completely negated it. What? Oh, you guys, that sucks. Fine. Yeah, it just negated the brain bombs. Ugh, it's one of those wasted. Alright, oh well. Moving on. Heading to West Tech. Let's see how we do. Oh, man. Their rules, their unwritten rules for stacking effects, oh, they just don't make sense. Like, I get the idea that certain things, like the stuff that's based primarily... So the things that are based on cranberries don't stack. You can use one or the other. That I get. The things that are based on brain fungus, also, I totally get that. They don't stack either. It's like you get one effect of the ingredient, and that's it. The Scorchbeast brain is not brain fungus. It's the same old thing I've talked about before, where it's like, it'd be nice if the game had some more consistent logic that you could use to, basically, to be clever, you know what I mean? Be smart about it, kind of like my wife and son came up with the idea of using the Turbo Fert to replenish wheat. Uh-oh. Hello, sir. Oh, you stopped. My turn. Got your face. And again, I'm going to go light today, not like literally go light, not pick up all the stuff. Wow, there are a lot of legendaries, though. Why is he replenishing over and over and over again, though? That was kind of lame. Alright, we got that and that. We'll take the caps. The rest of it, we're just going to leave. Not interested today. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice if they had a set of rules that was deep and complex enough that you really had to think things through and that rewarded natural, like, clever applications of the rules in the game. This is not that game. I just need to accept that once and for all and stop complaining about it, frankly. I just want that game. I want someone to make the game that's like this, but where the rules are a lot more involved, where it does require experimentation and insight. Like, that would be awesome. I'm just not going to get it from Bethesda. There you are. Deal with you later. Hello. Oh, you're firing through the curtains. I've never seen you do that. Stop it. Back up. Personal space, sir. Woo! No. They're being a lot more aggressive today. They normally don't rush forward like this. Oh. Well, now I feel embarrassed. We're just chasing one another in circles. Where's the dog? Kill the dog first. I hate the dogs. I really do not like the mutant hounds. You figured out how to open the door. Good for you. Ordinarily, you just stick your gun through it. Terrible way to go. Yet another legendary. Oh man, you won't die, will you? Come on. I'm busy. Go away. That's one way to clear a level. Just have all of them come to you. So many legendaries today. Smash. Oh, hey. Snuck up on me there. I was more worried about him. Oh, and I lost the berry mentats. Any other dogs? I've lost count. I can't remember. Oh, nope, one more. Where are you going? Where aren't you dead yet? Oh, I hate you guys. Yeah. But they outsmarted me. And that's what happens when you cut in line. There was actually this really... There was this program... Oh, wow! Well played, sir. I'm not sure where I come back in here. Oh, in the lobby. That's okay. It's not that far. I do need to drink some toxic goo as I go by. I'm sorry to say. Here we go. It's got an arm floating in it, and it didn't do anything. I'm like drinking goo for no reason. There we go. Good enough. Anyway, I was going to say, I made the stupid little crack about the guy cutting in line. There was this program back when I was in grade school, long time ago. This would have been in the 70s. And it's called Free to Be You and Me. And I kind of think they may have like resuscitated it for more, you know, modern schools, modern audiences. I think. Hard to say. And it had a lot of different lessons in there. There were some. It had a kind of a, to me, a questionable agenda in the way it was presenting certain things. I'm back. My turn. Oh, I forgot about your pooch. But one of the, it was all these cartoons and fun songs, and it's the same sort of way that they propagandize everything to teach kids life lessons or whatever. But this one had one in particular I remember, which is about this girl who, you know, bow in her hair, curly blonde hair, always has to be first. You know, I'm first, all the time. And somehow in this little, you know, song and dance cartoon thing, by the end of it, the kids are somehow in the jungle and they're going to be eaten by a tiger. Like, they've been caught somehow by a tiger, I think it was a tiger. And the tiger like lines the kids up. It's some, I know this sounds bizarre, but it's something, really was something along these lines. And of course, here comes this little, you know, Little Miss Perfect. I'm first. I get to be first. And the thing ends with, and she was. And she was delicious. And they show the tiger sitting there all fat. You know, he's devoured the child. And he's now just kicking back, you know, whatever. I just remember watching that going like, what in the hell are you people teaching us here? This is so bizarre. Do you, like, what do you think this is actually teaching us about anything? I guess I don't always want to be first. Maybe I shouldn't cut in line. Maybe I should just find out what the line is for. And if it's a line to be devoured alive by a man-eating beast, maybe don't take cuts. Hang out at the end, you know. Back cuts. Then move all the way to the back. I get to be last. And that's why I hate the dogs. That thing where they run up to you and get right in your face. Ugh, didn't want that. Next. Oh. Caught me while I was reloading. So yeah, between the adrenal response mutation and some of the other things to add damage bonus, and then the specifically the adrenaline perk, where subsequent kills do more and more damage. I talked before about how I could not see how you could go through, like, I'd watch some videos of people going through and, like, one-shotting super mutants in here, like, with a melee weapon, like with a power glove or whatever those things are called. Power fist? I don't know. Now I can kind of see how you would do that. Like, there's probably even more stuff that you could stack up here that I'm ignoring or don't know about. But yeah, I think this is going to save me ammo. This should be good. And I'm really eager to see just how fast I can move through the first part of the scoreboard next season in a couple of weeks here, given all the extra damage, all the extra everything here. No! Really gotta watch that guy now because of the whole bloodied build thing. Explosions are not my friend. Not like they ever were, but now they're especially bad, right? What we got? Come on. Go over there. There you go. Ooh, nuclear waste. I should be grabbing that too. Any aluminum? Doesn't look like it. Okay. And yeah, I continue to watch a lot more streams than I used to, which has been a lot of fun, frankly. I would watch friends stream, which is also cool. Still like watching their streams. But basically, I had a pretty narrow band of people I was watching, and so if they didn't happen to be streaming, I just didn't watch anything. I started experimenting a little more, and I don't know if it's me and the fact that I'm just looking more. Part of it is streamers who use raids at the end of their stream to point you towards some similar content. Run into a few of those lately, so that's been working out nice. But yeah, I'm finding a lot more streams that I actually like these days, so it's good. Been fun. Found one just yesterday. Let me look up her name. Now, I've only watched a little bit of her stream, so part of this is, you know, I wouldn't say take it with a grain of salt or anything. It's just that I've only seen a little bit of her content. Pumpkin Potion. Pumpkin Potion, aside from being a good streamer in general, in terms of the way she kind of manages her persona and banter and chat and all the things that go into streaming, man, I love her design. She's done this sort of a Betty Boop style, like 1920s or 30s era animation style character really high production value. And that's kind of a cold and maybe, I don't like that as the way to say it, but really, truly, like really high production value. She's a musician, so I think she's done the little songs that she has for when people follow or subscribe or whatever. Oh, what? Again with the teleportation. And again with the legendaries, like, and also again with the I've killed you several times now, lie down. Lie down. Do it. Lately this game has felt like, you know, you ever played any of the gun-based imagination games as kids, cops and robbers or spies or whatever, and you're like, I hit you, no you didn't, I did too, you gotta lie down now, and you didn't do it. This game was starting to feel like that. Like, I hit you, it's like, no you didn't, I regenerated. No, you already regenerated once. I didn't regenerate any number of times. That's cheating. Saw the dog jump down. Yet another legendary. Make sure he's really dead, because that's a problem these days. Yeah, we've almost leveled up again. This is good. Good, good, good. I don't like that gun you're using. All done. I didn't do an ammo check before I started this whole thing. That was a bad idea. I think I'm doing okay, probably. Someone up there, isn't there? Boing. Looked at all the stuff. We're leaving it. Most of the time, yeah, I've kind of, I required myself to go through and pick up everything, because you really can get just a ton of supplies out of these runs. For today, that's just not what I'm focusing on, and it's always a little annoying when picking up all the goodies slows you down, right? You end up running at a snail's pace. I hear dog. Another one in there? Where is he? Right in the butt. Got your heel. Any other legendaries? No. We'll grab the ammo. Ammo doesn't weigh a ton. But yeah, also too, like if you want to sell stuff, you want to get the 1,400 caps worth of whatever from the stores each day. Just collecting a bunch of guns and storing them away is not a bad way to do that. A lot of the guns that they use here, the assault rifles and that kind of thing. Whoop! Oh! Dogs. Little pitch forward there. Spring-loaded legs. So, I've got one more change to make. This is okay. This is alright. I'm taking that off for right now. And we're going to go to pick a perk and filter it down to luck. And we're going to do... what was it called? Last Laugh. I doubt this is really going to pay off all that well, but we're going to try. I've never tried it. It'll be fun. And now, looking here, we've got some ammo. Now we need some grenades. Because if you're not carrying a grenade, it's not going to work. It does not magically manufacture grenades for you. Make sure that's in effect. Can't believe I let the dog kill me. Oh, it was outside. I forgot where I was. I forgot about that. It was here. Where's my corpse? Oh, yeah, I'll take that. Here, Poochie Poochie, go ahead and kill me. Like, I'm not going to just let it kill me. Considering I died twice in here today, that would have been 2 opportunities to try out that perk. Missed opportunities. No more. Little reload race going on there. And level number 2. Awesome. So there's the other thing. If I want to actually use that, I'm going to have to carry around just a few very sort of exclusive kinds of grenades. I need to think about what kind would be best and then go and get just some of those. Some kind of nuclear grenade thing. You tell that pole. Give it what for? Where's the dog? Oh, dead. Okay. For you. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Crud. I bumped the Windows key. I'm out of the game. There we go. That's better. I've got to turn on the Windows lock. Which I don't actually have built into this keyboard, but I've got a little macro pad. I could make that one of the assignments on there. Ooh, look at you getting fancy with the grenades. Oh, made me dizzy. It all turned around there. Aluminum, drugs, more drugs, Stimpack juice. Magic computers showing up out of nowhere. Okay. So I've been thinking about some different kinds of streams to do too. Things that aren't game, or at least. Ooh, what are those again? Well, maybe we'll had you been a slightly better shot, I might have gotten to test out my my new toy, but man, you even sucked at dying. Don't want the missiles. Good enough. Okie doke. I think we're done. Oh, I mean, we've got to fight through the guys at the front door, but that's not much of anything. Why didn't you die faster? I paid good money for my perks, and I want you to respect them. Again, like I am definitely doing more damage than I did before. Am I feeling the full 150% bonus worth of damage? No. I still think that they do some really funky math to add up bonuses in this game. Like, I don't think. I know they do in certain cases. It's just I've not pursued, like I've not researched exactly how they apply all of them. But rather than it being just purely multiplicative, in other words, like, hey, I've got a double bonus and a 150% bonus and a 25% bonus. So let's see. That's, well, I gave myself some really crappy numbers to play with. How about I've got 3 double bonuses. Okay, so that should be like, I should be doing 800% damage. Now, obviously, they're not going to give you all that. You know, that would be excessive, even in my book. But instead of it being 800%, they're like, okay, what we'll do is we will apply that repeatedly to some base value. And so instead of it being multiplicative, it's an additive, but it's additive in a weird way that kind of negates some of the cumulative effects of doing it. So we're going to give you double of this particular. Anyway, you get the idea, is that it ends up being like, okay, it says you're doing 150% more damage. You're not. You're not doing anything near that. So am I doing more damage? Yes. Am I doing a full 50% more damage than I was before? No. If you really wanted to tune this thing, and I do not, but if you really wanted to, you would have to go and figure out exactly which part of these stats they use in calculating those bonuses. So like in the case I gave, I think you would probably see something on the order of, instead of it being an 8 times multiplier, it'd probably be like a 6 times multiplier. Which, you know, is maybe not terrible, but if you're going from 4 times damage and you get a couple more and you're expecting to go to 8 times damage and you don't, and it is like half the gain that you thought it would have been otherwise, that does kind of suck, you know? Sorry. Oh, math. I tell you what, I have so many streams. If I gathered up all the times, I basically just frankly pissed and whined about the way they do things in this game. I'm guessing it would make up a solid 30 to 50% of my content. Probably not that high. I hope it's not that high. Let's try not to do that. Let's make that a goal. The game is what it is. I'm going to be playing it because, crappy in some ways as it is still the closest thing to what I really want to play. Let's be done with the bitching. Alright? If I were running this with little toys on the screen, like, would actually be kind of fun, I would have a no bitching jar that I would put something into, and every once in a while maybe give it away as a prize or something. That would actually be kind of fun. All right, kind of done the basic stuff I was going to do today. I could try to do a few events. Oh, Uranium Fever Snowing. Yeah, let's check ammo and then head over to that. That would be a good one. So we've got a lot of ultrasight. 5mm, we're getting really low. Which you would think 3000 is really low, but that is really low. Let me drop a bunch of useless stuff too. Okie doke. What about grenades? What are the 40mm, 182? I can make a few of those. Okay. That's gonna be fun when that actually gets used. Super duper. Everything else is good. Oop, no, it isn't. I've got to go and take off Dodgy temporarily and put on Ammo Smith. I'll have to come up with a code word for talking about the game. When I really, really want to bitch about it, just to vent, but I've made my little rule where I'm not going to do that anymore. Like, this is not a good example, but it'd be something along the lines of what fine weather we're having. And then anyone who knows will know. He's not talking about the weather. Getting low on lead. Even having that lead harvester. Which I didn't think that thing would supply everything I needed. It would just kind of supplement it, make it so I didn't have to grind for lead so much. But I was hoping it would be doing a little more than that. How are we doing now? We got 400! Whoops! Grenades. Hey, but I can carry them. That's the unyielding armor. It gives me enough strength that I can actually carry around an obscene amount of ammo. So, oh, and that's terrible. Ugh, no, we'd have to go back and make more of that. And I'm low on something. Something is preventing me from making that. Probably the lead, I'm guessing. Oh, gunpowder. Oh, okay. I mean, lead too, but... how much do I have now? 8,000? That's not as much as I like to carry these days, but it'll have to do for now. And how are we doing for timing on some of our bonuses? So we've got brain bombs. 58 minutes. Okay. Intelligence plus 7.5. A half? What's my intelligence right now? 49. Cranberry relish still there for 8 minutes. That's okay. I'll have some more relish here soon. All right, we're doing okay. Over encumbered, so we gotta lose some stuff. I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I've gotten rid of. Oh boy, what am I over? Oh, legendary weapons. That's right. Oh, we don't want to put all those away. Actually, we do. The fragmentation grenades we'll put away. We'll keep a couple plasma grenades for that effect. I should. Whoops, that's. Can't do that from here. Anyway, I will deal with that in a moment. Let's see. There's that, and then what is it? Oh, it's a bunch of armor. Okay. Did that not light me up enough? Whoa! Oh, well, that's the grenades, isn't it? Yeah, too many grenades. Down to ammo. I don't need 400, so we actually dropped quite a few of those. About 100? Seriously? What else am I carrying that's taking up so much? I'm going to miss the event here. The way these things work these days. I don't need to carry that around right now. Don't have any extra guns I picked up. Apparel doesn't weigh anything. Put that away. That can't weigh a lot. Put that away. Oh, looks like I'm alone. So that's the other thing. I need to get on another team here. bunch of Mothman eggs. Spoiled meat we'll just put away. We'll turn that into a fertilizer later. Oh! Well, that'll do it. How much does that weigh? 0.75. Okay, but I had a lot. I didn't realize they picked up that much. Holy cow. Okay, let's drink some of that Nuka-Cola. That'll lighten the load a little bit too. Oh, let's do that. Forgot to actually read the plan I bought. Yeah, a couple chems too many. That we're just going to drop. Eat the cranberry relish. Yeah, I don't blame them for leaving. Oh, actually, I do blame them for leaving. I'm the only casual team in town, and I'm alone. Oh, that's the worst. I have kind of wondered at times. I read about a game tonight. It's a World War I game. It's called Beyond the Wire, something like that, and it was presented as a more accurate World War I kind of multiplayer, massively multiplayer game, and it's being rated. It's getting negative reviews right now because they got so much right in the game, but the servers are all empty. It could just be that it's a Friday night and people have lives and don't want to sit around playing games. Although I don't think that's necessarily it, because I missed the event. I figured with all the finagling I had to do, I was going to miss it. We'll go do this one instead. Woohoo. But I have wondered at times if 76 is, as more games, more current games are released, if they're going to run into the same sorts of issues with servers emptying out. There have been a few nights lately where it's me and one or two other people on a server, and you just don't see much more activity than that. So, if Bethesda needed any justification, I mean they shouldn't, but if they needed any justification for, keeping up on it, fixing bugs, not unnecessarily limiting functionality that would be kind of fun otherwise, it's the fact that, other games are going to come along. As more and more multiplayer games come out, if that feels like a fairly sort of small pie that you have to slice up among a lot of people. If your game is counting on people being online, sharing in these events, or sharing these servers, you really got to work hard to make sure that people don't abandon it, And right now, what do we got? Got a couple low-level folks there. We got there's a third. We got 4 of us so far. Yeah, it feels like the server's just been abandoned a little bit. Such a lonely feeling. Anyway, so I was talking earlier, this kind of leads into this, about doing some things on the stream that aren't necessarily just playing games. So I've struggled. Any of the regulars, so Nikki, who was on here earlier, Jamie, who has been a regular, Jamie now has some other things competing for his time. Good things. Hope it's really doing well, Jamie, if you happen to see this. Hope the job's working out great. But it does mean less on-stream time. But anyway, they have... kind folks that they are. They've worked so hard to suggest or find games that I will like. I actually do like games. I really do. It's just that maybe I've been playing them since, early 80s. Been playing them for a very long time. And there are certain things where, with that sort of long perspective, you do start to see more things as being like clones and derivatives and not a lot of originality, or And you just develop different criteria, plus my interests have shifted. It's the bottom line is it has been really, really hard to find games that I really like, that have staying power. Every now and then I'll try one, and it'll be fun at first, it'll be great. I've gone through, I don't know how many different games attempting to find a new sort of a regular thing, and I found nothing that sticks for one reason or another. And so I thought I might be fun, maybe, to try to turn that game quest itself into not like maybe a full stream, but maybe just some time on each stream a little bit. Let's head to Steam and just go through their recommendations, see what they got. Maybe even set up a thing where people who are watching can vote or something, and on what I'm actually going to play, and just go through and try to find something to use it as an opportunity to try out new things. I can't be buying games all the time. Like, it wouldn't be it'd have to be like once in a while, invest in one or find cheap ones or something. But it could be fun. Might be an okay thing to do. We will see. But yeah, I just, given how dead the server is, I'm gonna hang out up here for just a little bit. But seriously, do you need any more between, like, the server empties out, it gets dark, it starts raining, like, I do not need the game to emulate this part of life. I have this in real life. I don't need you to fake it for me. Stove. There we go. And again, make sure, yet again, Super Duper is on. I don't actually need Green Thumb, so while I'm here, we'll change that out. Utility, vegetable starch, make some adhesive. Just a little bit. No dupe. Man. Missing tons of the dupe opportunities here tonight. Okay. Let's go look for some lead. Like, I'm gonna run out here pretty quick. Oh, that's the other thing. Let's chemistry station here. Let's go ahead and make some that was weird. Make some gunpowder. Woo, not that much. And yeah, we'll go ahead and make what ammo I can. I know there's some other stuff I need. That's not where you make ammo, sir. That would be over here. But before I forget, let's go to notes, mods, where is it? Miscellaneous. That should last me a while. One. That's it. Hey, we got a dupe though, so good deal. Honestly, I think part of what's going on with the server too is that I'm in the in-between hours. When I used to stream a lot more regularly, I tended to find that this time of night would get really dead anyway. This is what always prompted me to think, maybe I should try streaming earlier in the day. I also noticed that there aren't a lot of people who do stream regularly at this time of day. The reason I mentioned I've been watching a lot more streams, and part of that is just because I'm turning them on during the day while I work. Thankfully, I'm back coding more often, and so I've got a lot more time where I can put something like that on in the background, kind of for fun, and where it doesn't get in the way of getting my job done. If I'm writing or I'm doing certain other things that aren't coding, I can't put up with the distraction. I can't put up with the noise. So, and what I've noticed is that, yeah, it's even, never mind just when I want to stream and or play the game and find other people online, when I want to find other streamers to watch, there's just not a lot on at this time. It's just not a good window. Now, if I do this until 2 to 4 in the morning here, I'm going to run into the late night East Coast crowd and the British crowd, which was always fun, actually. I love getting people in here from England. There are some regulars that I actually miss. So back when I was also mixing it up with the games a little bit more too. That's kind of a fun thing. Nice to have an international crowd. Pretty awesome. Anywho, so yeah, we might just be, it could just be tonight. Could be that we're in kind of the normal dead zone for this time of night, especially for this day of the week. And I gotta go get some lead, so we're gonna go get some lead somewhere. We already tried there. There was nothing there. We're not going there again. Much as I hate to do it, Vault-Tec sometimes has lead. So we'll do a 2-phase hop here. Oh, and I haven't done Duolingo. Oh, I didn't do Duolingo. Wow, I didn't realize what time it was. I was talking about if I stream till 2 a.m. I'm serious. I had no idea it was this late. That is crazy. So, but yeah, basically, like I mentioned earlier, I crashed hard at the end of my workday. I did not realize how long I was gone, I don't think. That's nuts. I'm having a, just, I'll adapt here in a moment, but right now I'm having a little bit of a, like, it's what time? What happened to my, where's my day? Where'd it go? There we go. Oh, I haven't written today either. I've gotten on a bad cycle again. For a little bit there, and I have to push hard to maintain the schedule. It's never lasted. It's not my natural schedule. Some people, they're natural night owls. Some people, they're morning people, right? I'm not a morning person. When I get myself in a spot where I'm getting up on time, it is my most productive time. It's when, like, the writing does the best. It's when I feel better throughout the day, you know. I don't feel all burnt out. It's kind of depressing to stay up late all the time as I sit here playing the game. But I really have to push. I have to, something in my natural clock constantly fights it. Like I said, I'm just a natural night owl. Just switch ammo up a little bit here. The way these things come at you, I think it's going to be better to have something that fires quickly. Just like that. Keep them coming. Look how fast you are. This is why I don't like coming here. I do not like the dual hallway. You can't really rush past it. Like, you've got to deal with them. And honestly, some days I just don't want to deal with the duels. Most days are like that when you really think about it. Wait for one to come up behind me while I try to do this. Oh, we're dead. Oh, except, yeah, there's a room up here that has some lead also. And then you got more of these guys to deal with. Definitely worth a trip. It's just an annoying trip. Yeah. This used to be a how's writing doing kind of stream. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about that. How's writing doing? Not great. And part of it is, again, because of the whole scheduling thing. My schedule's inverted so that the time when I'm actually trying to write is like now. And by this time of day, I'm shot. I've spent everything on my day job and just getting by and doing the things I got to do. There's nothing left over for writing. So, not a good thing. Ugh. Really? Yet another reason to dislike this place. Make me swap out my perks. Make me break the bobby pin. No, no. There. I've got a lot of drafts that I'm actually pretty happy with, you know. Short stories, work that I've done on the novel I'm working on. There's a lot of material I like. Oh, can it? Do not need you right now, sir.
False alarm. Standing down.
Sheesh. But whatever. But getting it all into a form that
Identify yourself.
I would call a, like, leave it alone for a while kind of draft. Oh, I'm not where I thought I was. Yep. That's creepy. Alright, well, I'm just, since I've clearly lost my way here, I'm just going to use a scrap kit. Lighten my load and fast travel. Now where to? Should have checked when I was down here earlier. We'll just do it now. So anyway, yeah, it's not going great. I've had to revise the chapters I'm working on over and over and over again. The newer ideas I have, the ideas for short stories and the newer ideas for novels, which I'm not focusing on. I've got this one novel I'm working on that is the reason I started writing again. And it's just tough. It's just a difficult story to tell. It is also the main story I want to tell. Like, it is above and beyond all the other things I could be potentially working on in terms of personal importance. The answer here is not, just go do something else. Or maybe that is the answer and I'm missing it. That is a possibility. I've actually tried that once or twice, though. I've tried, like, it's like, okay, this one is proving really difficult. Let's go do something that we can actually do. And the truth is, no matter what I end up focusing on, ends up with these kinds of issues. I know what I want to do, but the execution of it is just as writing is. It's really tough. So having gone through a couple of those cycles, it is I'm pretty well convinced at this point that, like, if I can't deal with the issues I'm facing here, I'm not going to be able to deal with them very well anywhere, honestly. So stick with it. Within the thing I'm currently working on, change it up. Don't just get stuck on doing one particular task. You know, I have a range of about 7 or 8 chapters that I'm working on that I can switch between if I start getting like that. There's a particular kind of writing block which is just, I've looked at this way too long. And I think that kind of creative block happens not just with the writing, but with other things. Sometimes, whatever you're working on, what you need is get away from it. So the trick here is just making sure that my getting away from it isn't leaving the work entirely and going and working on some other novel. It's going to another part of the same novel, because there's plenty to do, and it does not have to be done in order, one thing after another, in the sequence that it's presented in the story. We can mix it up. We can mix it up a lot. And I do, and it helps. But yeah, right now I'm just not feeling the progress. It's just, you know, it's normal to go through phases like this where you just feel a little lost. And like I said, I'm tired by the time I'm writing on it. And I don't know if I've done this a lot, but so it's a kind of a weird story too. It's literary fiction. I hesitate to call it magical realism, but that's the category that best fits it for now. I would rather call it something like folk realism, and that's, you know, a lot of reasons for that. But anyway, the kind of story it is it's a normal kind of a slice of life. You know, it's about a young guy who's growing up, trying to figure out what's important, who he's going to be, who he wants to be, who he can be, and making some bad decisions about that along the way. Struggling with the things that everyone struggles with, you know, ideas around mortality and lots of stuff like that. Why is it some days I come here and they're all trying to murder me, and other days they're just like, no, it's cool, go do your thing. Now here, the magical realism part comes in the idea that there are characters and places and events in the story that don't make sense in the real world. And there's no explanation for them. This isn't like fantasy, where I think one of the things people really like about fantasies is the system. You know, magic systems and that kind of thing in those stories, where kind of like I was talking about with this game, and one of the reasons that, you know, what lovely weather we're having. But what fine weather we're having. There we go. That's the alternate phrase I said I was going to use. Whoops. Don't want you to feel left out there. But anyway, yeah, so fantasy, one of the things is, I think, the magic system and figuring it out and seeing, you know, part of the joy in reading certain kinds of fantasy.
so sick and tired of those thorn bushes.
Somebody there? Lucky. Huh? We got... Finally, a nice day.